Hey, my beloved. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You're not here by accident. I've been drawing you in. Gently. Intentionally. Because I've got something to say to you. Something important. And I need you to sit with me for a minute. Take a breath. Let the world hush for a little while. This moment, it's just you and me. You've been carrying a lot, haven't you? Some of it you've told people about. Some of it you've tried to push through in silence. I've seen it all. Every single weight, every thought that kept you up at night. Every time you smiled for others but felt empty inside. I was there. Not judging, not standing far off. With you. I heard your prayers. Yes, even the ones you whispered under your breath. Even the ones you didn't have the strength to finish. Even the ones where your voice shook and your hands trembled. I caught every word, every sigh, every tear that fell. You didn't think I missed that, did you? You see, I've been walking with you through it all. You might have felt alone, but not for a single second were you actually alone. I've been closer than your skin, closer than your breath, holding you up when you didn't realize it. And now, here's what I want you to hear. Deep in your soul, you're about to receive what you prayed for. Yeah, that very thing. The one that's been on your heart for so long. The thing you thought, maybe I forgot. I haven't. I never forgot. It's been growing, developing, preparing, just like you. Because what you prayed for wasn't small, and the kind of blessing you asked me for, it needed the kind of strength you've been building through the storms, through the waiting, through the stretching. You thought you were just surviving, but I was shaping you. You thought the silence meant delay, but I was setting things in motion behind the scenes. See, when you talk to me, I listen. I don't dismiss your needs. I don't look away. I don't get tired of you coming back again and again. In fact, I love it when you talk to me, and when your faith stayed alive, even when you were hurting, even when nothing made sense. That moved my heart. It still does. Let me ask you something. Have you ever planted a seed and watched it grow? It doesn't pop up overnight, does it? There's time. There's patience. There's dirt. Darkness. Watering. But one day, without warning, a little green shoot pushes through the surface, and boom, life, growth, evidence that something was happening the whole time. That's what's going on with what you prayed for. You might not have seen it yet, but it's been breaking through, quietly, faithfully. And now it's about to show up in your life. let's pause here for a second. If any of this is already speaking to your heart, go ahead and like this video. Let's keep this moment close. Let's keep it between us. Now, where were we? Oh yes, you're right at the edge. That place where it almost feels unreal, where things still feel hard, but something inside you senses change. That's not your imagination. That's me whispering, get ready. Because when I move suddenly. And when I open a door, no one can shut it. I'm not a tease. I'm not dangling blessings in front of you just to snatch them away. When I say I'm going to do something, you better believe I will. I'm not bound by time, but I work perfectly within it. And this is your time. Can you feel it? There's a shift happening. The weight you've been carrying, it's getting lighter. The fog in your mind, it's starting to clear. The fear that's been sitting in your chest, it's losing its grip. That's me. Working, healing, preparing. I've never been inactive, even when things felt still. And I haven't changed my mind about what I promised you. Now, here's something you might need to hear. The blessing I'm bringing, it's not just about you. It's going to bless others too. Your breakthrough is going to break chains for people around you. Your answered prayer is going to stir faith in someone else who's been barely holding on. You don't even know how big this is, but I do. And I trust you with it. Not because you're perfect, but because you're mine. And I've been building something beautiful in you through every struggle, every delay, every moment of surrender. I saw you hold on when you had every reason to give up. I saw you keep praying when you could have walked away. You didn't quit. And now I'm bringing you into the answer. But I need you to stay close. Not just to the idea of the blessing, not just to the hope of the outcome, but close to me. Because I'm not just giving you what you prayed for. I'm giving you more. Peace, wisdom, joy that won't fade when circumstances shift, and the kind of strength that only comes from walking with me. Let me ask you something else. What's been on your heart lately? What have you been quietly hoping I'd notice? Drop it in the comments. I'm here, I'm listening. This is our moment right here, and I don't want you to miss it. Look at how far you've come. Through every doubt, every storm, every delay, you're still here, still believing, still expecting. Don't stop now. You're closer than you think. Keep your eyes open. Keep your heart soft, because what I'm about to do in your life, it's going to leave you in awe. Not because I want to impress you, but because I want you to know I heard you. I always hear you. and I love you more than you'll ever fully understand. We're just getting started, my beloved. Hey, you're still here. That makes me smile. See, you didn't wander here by accident. I've been drawing you, step by step, moment by moment. I've been whispering, nudging, holding your heart steady even when everything around you felt like it was spinning. And I want you to know this. You're not just about to receive what you prayed for. You're about to understand why you had to wait for it. Because yeah, I know, the waiting wasn't easy. Sometimes you ask me, why is this taking so long? Other times, you didn't even have the energy to form words. You just sat with the ache in your chest, hoping I was still listening. I was. You never went unheard. Not once. Even the prayers you forgot you prayed, I kept those too. I don't lose track. I don't overlook. I don't misplace your hope. Everything you brought to me, I held close. But here's the thing. I wasn't just preparing the blessing for you. I was preparing you for the blessing. You've grown in ways you can't even fully see yet. The way you forgive faster now, that's growth. The way you lean on me instead of running to fear, that's growth. The way you still choose kindness even when you're hurting, that's me and you blooming. Let's talk about that a bit. There were seasons you thought nothing was happening. You looked around and felt stuck, like you were just spinning your wheels. But underneath it all, beneath the surface, I was doing something deep, just like seeds grow underground. Before you ever see a leaf, your breakthrough's roots had to grow first. Because what I'm giving you, it needs foundation. I'm not giving you a blessing that will collapse under pressure. I'm giving you something that will last. Something steady, strong, whole. Let me ask you something here. Do you ever look back at a time you thought was a delay and realize it was actually protection? Yeah. That relationship I didn't let work out, that door I didn't open when you begged me to, that opportunity that seemed perfect but disappeared, wasn't punishment. It was me shielding you from something you couldn't see yet. You see the moment. I see the story. You pray for the now. I'm preparing you for what's next. Sometimes the delay was the blessing. But now we're shifting. Now it's time. I've seen your faithfulness in the waiting. And because of that, I'm about to release what I promised. Listen to me carefully. This blessing isn't just going to meet your needs. It's going to exceed them. You thought you were praying for just enough. But I'm bringing you into more than enough. Because I don't operate on survival mode. I operate on overflow. I'm not just healing the pain. I'm redeeming the time. I'm not just answering your prayers. I'm restoring your hope. And you know what? I'm proud of you. Yeah, I said it. I'm proud of you for not giving up when it would have been easier. For choosing me again and again, even when you felt like you had every reason to walk away. For keeping your heart open when bitterness tried to sneak in. You've been fighting battles no one sees, but I've seen everyone. And not only did I see them, I fought with you. You didn't win alone. You never had to. Can I ask you something personal? What's one thing you've been believing me for, even when it didn't make sense? Go ahead and drop it in the comments. I want you to write it out. Because something powerful happens when you speak your faith out loud. Now listen. I know it's been hard. I know some days you woke up with questions heavier than your body. But I also saw you get out of bed anyway. I saw you love people when you felt empty. I saw you keep your heart soft when life tried to make you hard. You didn't lose. You learned. You grew. You got stronger. You didn't break. You bent. And now, you're more rooted than ever before. That's why this moment is so important, because you're ready now. You're ready to receive without losing yourself. Ready to carry it without crumbling under the weight. Ready to enjoy it without fearing it'll disappear. Because what I give, I don't take back out of cruelty. My gifts are good. My timing is perfect. My love for you is constant. Remember what I told you before. You're right at the edge. That holy in-between where things still look ordinary. But something in your spirit knows. Something is about to shift. Don't ignore that feeling. That stirring, that nudge, that hope that keeps rising up. It's me. It's your spirit. Recognizing what I'm about to release. So don't back down now. Don't shrink just because you're afraid it might not happen. What I start, I finish. And I've started something in you that's unstoppable. I want you to do something with me right now. Close your eyes for a second. Unless you're driving, then keep them open. And picture it. That thing you've been praying for. Not just the idea of it, but the feeling of it in your life. The peace. The clarity. The joy, the freedom. Feel that. That's not just your imagination. That's alignment. Your spirit is catching up to what I'm about to do. And I need you to stay in this posture of believing. Because if you can believe me now, before the blessing fully shows up, then you'll know how to walk with me when it does. And baby, you're going to need me just as much after the blessing as you do before it. Maybe even more, because new levels bring new lessons. And I'll be right here for all of them. If this is resonating with you, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I've got more to say, and I want you to hear every bit of it. Don't miss what I'm pouring into you in this season. Back to it. You're not stepping into a random blessing. You're stepping into a designed moment. Tailored. Timed. Tried by fire. This is the moment where it all begins to make sense. That's why I've been so gentle with you lately. That's why I've been whispering more. That's why your spirit's been feeling things before your mind can explain them. You're waking up to promise, to presence, to purpose. I'm lifting you from surviving to thriving, from barely getting by to overflowing with grace, from I hope it happens to I know it's coming. And don't worry about how it's all going to fall into place. That's not your job. That's mine. Your job is to believe, to stay open, to stay present, to walk with me, one obedient step at a time. You don't need the full map. You just need to hold my hand. So, will you? Will you trust me deeper than you have before? Will you let go of the fear that tells you it's too late or too big or too much? Because none of that is true. You're not too late. You're right on time. I designed this moment for you. Every beat of it. And I'm so glad you're still here. Still listening. Still open. I want to ask you again. What are you believing me for? In this season? What's that one thing you've been carrying quietly in your soul? Tell me in the comments. Let's talk. I'm listening and I'm working. We're going deeper, my child. You're not just about to receive what you prayed for. You're about to be transformed by it. Stay close. I'm not done speaking. Still here? That's what I love about you. You keep showing up, even when it's hard. Even when your faith feels shaky. Even when the waiting feels like it's never going to end. You don't walk away. You're here, listening, hoping, believing. Even if it's only with the tiniest piece of your heart right now. That's more than enough for me. You don't have to have perfect faith for me to move. You just need honest faith. Even a whisper is enough. Even a mustard seed can move mountains. And you've got more than a mustard seed, beloved. You've got history with me. You've got prayers I've already answered. You've got miracles you forgot to count because you've been so focused on the next thing. Let's pause here. Can you think of one time I came through for you before? Just one. That time you thought it was over, but then suddenly, it wasn't. That time the door opened. The pain eased. The person showed up. The bill got paid. The way was made. That wasn't coincidence. That was me. And I'm not done. What I did before, that was just the beginning. You're stepping into a new wave of favor, a new season of clarity, a new rhythm of peace. But listen, Peace isn't something that just drops into your lap. Peace is a presence. My presence. And I've been walking with you through every unanswered question, through every closed door, through every night. You wondered if the light would ever return. Let me tell you something about the dark. It's where I do some of my best work. You think the darkness is punishment, but sometimes it's protection. A sacred pause. A quiet place to prepare you before the spotlight hits. I've been building something in you away from the noise. So when the doors open, and they will open, you won't be shaken by the pressure that comes with them. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed how your prayers have changed over time? You used to pray for comfort. Now you pray for strength. You used to pray for answers. Now you ask for wisdom. You used to pray to escape the storm. Now you pray to walk through it with me. That shift? That's growth. That's maturity. That's trust. That's proof you're becoming the person who can carry the very thing you asked me for. I didn't say no. I just said, not like this. Not yet. And now it's becoming yes. Yes to what's aligned. Yes to what's been prepared. Yes to what your heart's been quietly hoping for all along. So breathe. You don't have to force what I've already promised. You don't have to chase what I've already assigned to your life. Rest. Trust. Be present. If you're feeling this, go ahead and like this video. Keep this space between us sacred. Let it remind you that I'm speaking right. Here, right now, just to you. Now lean in a little more. Let's talk about why it hurt so much. Yeah, we're going there. Because the pain you went through, it wasn't wasted. Every tear, I caught it. Every disappointment, I recorded it. Every heartbreak, I sat with you in it. Not a single piece of your pain has gone unnoticed, and I'm not just patching it up. I'm redeeming it. What does that mean? It means I'm turning what was meant to break you into something that will build you. It means the pain that felt like the end is actually the start of something new. It means I'm not just healing your heart. I'm restoring your hope. You see, there's beauty that can only come from ashes. And I specialize in beauty from ashes. That's why some things had to fall apart. That's why some people had to leave. That's why some doors didn't open. Because I wasn't going to let anything less than my best settle in your life. Love you too much for that. You deserve the real thing. The lasting thing. The kind of joy that doesn't come with strings attached. The kind of love that doesn't fade when things get hard. The kind of peace that doesn't disappear when the winds blow. And that's exactly what I'm bringing into your life. But first, I had to let you find me in the middle of the not yet. Because if you could find me in the silence, in the waiting, in the confusion, then you'll never mistake the blessing as the source. You'll know I've always been the one. I am the blessing. Everything else flows from that. So when it shows up, the job, the relationship, the breakthrough, the opportunity, you'll recognize it for what it is. A gift from the one who never left your side. Now tell me something in the comments. What's one promise you've been holding on to? Write it out. Don't be shy. I'm listening. And your words carry weight in the atmosphere. Let me tell you what I see when I look at you. I see someone chosen. I see someone strong. I see someone beautifully imperfect, but fully mine. You don't need to prove yourself to earn my favor. You already have it. You don't need to work harder to make me love you. I already do. With everything in me and your flaws. They don't disqualify you. They remind you that grace is real, that mercy is alive, that you don't have to be perfect. You just have to stay open. Because I can work with open. And you, my beloved, have stayed open. Even when it hurt. Even when it didn't make sense. Even when you felt like you had nothing left to give. You still said, "Here I am, Lord." And I received that every time. Now, I'm responding. I'm sending the right people, the right opportunities, the right timing. I'm making crooked paths straight. I'm untangling the mess behind the scenes. I'm rerouting what the enemy tried to block. I'm redeeming the years you thought were wasted. I'm reigniting the dreams you thought had died. I'm replacing fear with peace, doubt with confidence, delay with divine acceleration. It's happening. It's real. You're not imagining this shift. I'm moving in ways that will leave you speechless. Because this isn't just an answer to your prayer. It's a testimony that will encourage others who are still in their waiting. I want you to see it clearly. You're not just being blessed. You're being positioned. Positioned for purpose. Positioned for peace. Positioned for influence. Kingdom influence that flows from humility, not ego. I've been shaping your character so it could hold your calling. Because I never give more than what you're ready to carry well. And you're ready now. Ready to receive. And ready to steward. Ready to shine. And still stay grounded. Ready to move without losing yourself. So don't shrink. Don't second-guess this moment. Don't sabotage what I'm releasing because of old fear. This is now. This is you. This is me. Answering what you thought had been forgotten. Take a deep breath. And let that settle into your soul. This isn't hype. This is holy. And I'm not done speaking. But before we move on, tell me below, What's something you're ready to let go of, so you can make room for what I'm about to bring? I'm listening. I've been waiting for you to release it. We're going somewhere, you and me. And I promise, what's ahead is better than what's behind. Stay with me. Stay open. Stay expectant, because, my beloved, you're so close. You feel that? That quiet stirring inside you right now? That little spark that's hard to explain? That's me. That's not hype. That's not just emotion. That's my spirit nudging you, awakening something in you. I'm pulling you closer, deeper, and I'm doing it gently, because I know how tender your heart has been lately. You've been through a lot. I know. Some of it nearly took you out. Some of it tried to harden you, numb you, shut you down. But guess what? You're still here. You're still standing. You're still open. And that matters more than you realize. See, the enemy tried to use pain to bury you. But I used it to plant you. And now you're about to bloom. Not just a little, not just in one area. I'm talking about all around you. Things are shifting, opening, breaking open. You're about to see fruit where it looked like nothing would ever grow again. Let's be honest. There were moments you almost gave up, weren't there? Not just on the dream, but on you. You questioned your worth. You wondered if you'd ever feel whole again. You doubted that the version of your life you hoped for could still happen. But let me be clear right here. I never stopped believing in you. Never. Even when you doubted yourself, I was holding your future in my hands, fully confident in what I placed inside you. Because I don't start things I don't intend to finish. And I started something in you the moment I formed you in your mother's womb. Let that sink in for a second. Before you had a name, you had purpose. Before anyone applauded you, I approved of you. Before you ever prayed your first prayer, I had already written answers into your story. That's how intentional I am with you. Now, let's get real for a minute. I know it's been hard to keep trusting when the results haven't matched the hope. I know your heart's been tired, holding on to promises that feel like they're taking too long. But beloved, what you call delay, I call development. You weren't being denied. You were being prepared. Because the thing I'm bringing you into requires more than just desire. It requires depth. And guess what? You've been growing deeper. Those silent seasons, those moments you thought nothing was happening, that's when your roots were growing. You've been becoming stronger under pressure. You've learned how to pray even when you didn't feel anything. You've learned how to worship with tears in your eyes. You've learned how to wait, not passively, but expectantly. That's not wasted time. That's sacred time. So don't be ashamed of your process. Don't resent the slow seasons. They've been doing more in you than any fast breakthrough ever could. You're not behind. You're actually right on time for what I'm about to release in your life. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked back and realized my not yet was really me protecting something precious? Maybe protecting your peace. Maybe protecting your identity. Maybe protecting you from attaching yourself to the wrong thing too soon. Yeah, that was me. I saw what you couldn't. I always do. And now, I'm inviting you to see with me, to look forward with faith, not fear. To believe not just in the blessing, but in the timing of it. Because my timing is not a punishment. It's a promise. A promise that what I'm giving you is good. A promise that you'll be ready to receive it fully. A promise that it will bless you without breaking you. Take a second right now. Pause. Breathe. Let all the pressure you've been carrying just fall off your shoulders. You were never meant to carry it all. You were only meant to carry faith. That's it. Not outcomes. Not timelines. Not control. Just faith. And you've got that. Even if it's just a flicker today, it's enough, because I'm fanning that flame. I'm breathing life back into you as we speak. And can I tell you something else? I'm proud of how you've been showing up, especially in the quiet. You've been choosing to love even when your heart's been tired. You've been sowing kindness even when you felt unseen. You've been planting seeds that no one else sees, but I see them, and every single one matters. Every act of obedience, every silent prayer, every tear that hit your pillow, every yes you gave me when you could have walked away. They're all building something. And I'm about to water those seeds with favor you didn't expect. It's coming. But here's something important. When it comes, I want you to receive it without guilt. Don't talk yourself out of the blessing I give. Don't downplay it. Don't shrink so others feel comfortable. You don't have to apologize for what I've placed in your hands. You've sown for this. You've fought for this. You've grown into this. Now it's your time to walk in it. Go ahead. Drop a comment and tell me, what are you expecting me to do next? Speak it out in faith. Let's put it in the atmosphere. You have no idea what's being unlocked just by writing it down. You're not crazy for still believing. You're brave for holding on when most would have let go. And your bravery is about to be rewarded. I've got doors that no man can shut. I've got favor that doesn't make sense. I've got strategies that will blow your mind. I've got peace that will calm every storm inside you. You're not just getting a breakthrough. You're getting a reset. A chance to walk in freedom like never before. A chance to finally exhale and say, This is what I was praying for. And when it happens, remember, It didn't come because you performed perfectly. It came because you trusted me when it was hard. You chose me over comfort. You chose faith over fear. You chose hope even when it felt foolish. And now I'm choosing to pour out on you in a way that can't be stopped. Before we move on, can I ask you one more thing? What do you need to release so your hands are free to receive? Is it fear? Shame? Control? Doubt? Whatever it is, talk to me about it in the comments. I'm listening. Let's lay it down together. No judgment, only grace. You don't have to carry old weight into a new season. I've got new joy for you, new strength, new vision, new territory, and you're ready now. You've been prepared in the fire. Now you're coming out gold, so keep going, beloved. Keep your heart open, keep your ears tuned in. Keep your eyes up, because what's coming is not just a blessing. It's a testimony. People are going to see what I've done in you and they'll ask, how did this happen? And you'll say, it was God. Only God. And it will draw others. It will ignite faith in places where hope had died. It will awaken dreams in people just by watching you walk in yours. You're not just receiving what you prayed for. You're stepping into legacy. You're walking into overflow. You're moving in alignment. Stay close, my child. The next part of the journey is going to be beautiful. You've come a long way. I want you to stop for a second and really take that in. Look at how far you've come. Not just physically, not just in circumstances, but inside. You've grown. You don't always see it because growth feels slow. It doesn't shout. It whispers. But I see it. You're more patient now, more discerning, more grounded, more aware of what matters and what doesn't. You're not who you used to be, and that's a good thing. You've been in a refining process, and I know it's been intense at times. Some days, it felt like I was stripping everything away. But really, I was revealing what's real, what's eternal. See, I've been peeling off the layers the world tried to put on you. The labels, the fear, the expectations, the guilt, the hustle. I never asked you to carry all that. I've been bringing you back to the version of yourself that I created. The one who knows they're already enough. The one who knows they're deeply loved. The one who knows that grace isn't something they work for. It's something they walk in. That's what this journey has really been about. Not just receiving the promise, but becoming the person who can live in the promise with peace. Because I care more about your soul than your status. More about your heart than your highlight reel. I want you to enjoy the blessing, not stress over keeping it. I want you to be able to rest in the gift, not obsess over proving you deserve it. And that means doing the deep work. That's why I've been slowing things down. when you wanted them to speed up. That's why I've been whispering when you wanted answers shouted from the sky. That's why I've been more interested in your foundation than your finish line. Because what I'm building in you, it's meant to last. Not for a moment, not for applause, but for eternity. Now let's talk about something that's hard to admit. You've been carrying disappointment, even while believing, even while trusting, even while worshiping. That ache, it's been there quietly. That fear that maybe you missed it. That question that says, what if it never happens? I hear those thoughts, and I don't shame you for them. I sit with you in them, because I'm not afraid of your doubt. I'm not disappointed in your humanity. I know what it's like to feel pain. I lived it too. But I also know this. Your disappointment isn't the end of the story, it's just a chapter. And I'm the author. And I'm still writing. Let me ask you something right here. What disappointment have you been secretly carrying? Bring it into the light. Write it in the comments if you're brave enough. I'm here. I'm safe. I can handle it. Nothing you feel scares me away, because when you bring it to me, I can heal it. You weren't meant to carry it alone. That's why your heart has felt so heavy. But when you release it, I can restore the space it once took up. And trust me, I will restore. I specialize in making up for lost time. I'm the God of redemption, the God of surprises, the God of suddenly. You could go to sleep one way and wake up the next morning in an answered prayer. That's how quickly I move when it's time. And guess what? It's almost time. You've been faithful with little. Now I'm trusting you with more. More peace, more opportunity, more clarity, more capacity. But here's the thing. We're going to do this together. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to map the whole path. You don't need all the answers. You just need me. And I'm not going anywhere. Even in your mess. Even when you feel lost. Even when you make mistakes. Even when you backslide a little. Or a lot. I'm still here. My love isn't performance-based, it's presence-based. And I'm present. Always. So stop punishing yourself for not being perfect. Stop replaying your failures like they're permanent. Stop believing the lie that you've disqualified yourself. You haven't. Not even close. You're still chosen. Still anointed. Still mine. And I can work with your weakness. In fact, that's where I work best. When you come to the end of your own strength, that's where I begin. So, lean in now. Let go of the pressure. Release the fear. And make room for me. You've done all you can. Now watch what I can do. But listen, I want to ask you something important before we go deeper. Who do you need to forgive? Yeah, I know. That's not easy, but it's necessary. Forgiveness isn't about letting someone else off the hook. It's about setting you free. You've been dragging around weights that don't belong to you. Bitterness that's poisoning your joy. Resentment that's blocking your clarity. Anger that's eating away at your peace. Let's lay it down, child. Not for them. For you. Because you can't step fully into what I have for you if you're still tethered to what hurt you. And I'm not saying forget. I'm saying release. Give it to me. Let me carry it. So here's what I want you to do. Take a moment and comment. What's something you're ready to forgive and let go of today? It could be a person, a situation, even yourself. I'm here for all of it. Now breathe. That exhale you just felt, that's what freedom tastes like. You're getting lighter. You're getting clearer. You're getting ready. Because what's ahead? It's not just the answer to a prayer. It's the fulfillment of a promise. I made you a promise, didn't I? And I'm not a God who lies. I'm not a God who teases. I'm not a God who starts and then walks away. If I said it, I will do it. You might not know how, but that's not your job. Your job is to believe, to show up, to keep your heart open. And you've been doing that. Even when it's been hard, even when it's been quiet, even when it's taken longer than expected. So let me say it clearly. You're about to see evidence. Evidence that I've heard you. Evidence that I've been working behind the scenes. Evidence that I've never left you hanging. Doors are about to open. Connections are about to be made. Answers are about to be revealed. And peace, real peace, is about to flood your soul. Not because you earned it, but because I love you. That's always been the reason. Not your performance, not your perfection, just love. I love you, and I'm moving for you. So stay ready, stay expectant, stay close. And while you wait, go ahead and tell me below, what are you most excited to see me do next in your life? I want to hear it straight from your heart. You're closer than you think. Come a little closer. I want you to hear this deep in your spirit. You're not waiting in vain. Every second you've spent holding on. Every tear you cried when no one else saw. Every late-night prayer you whispered through a cracked voice. It all counts. Not one moment has gone unnoticed by me. Not 1 ounce of faith has been wasted. I'm keeping track. Because I'm not just the God of answers. I'm the God of records. I saw what you did when it felt like nothing was happening. I watched you keep walking even when your legs were shaking. I noticed when you celebrated others while waiting for your own breakthrough. I saw you resist bitterness, even when it would have been easier to sink into it. You've been faithful, even if you felt weak, even if you questioned me, even if your trust has been hanging on by a thread. You still showed up. And that's what moves my heart. So hear me. You are not overlooked. You are marked. Marked by my grace. Marked by my hand. Marked for something greater. That's why the resistance has felt strong lately. Not because you're going backward, but because you're about to level up. The enemy doesn't attack what isn't a threat. And child, you are a threat. You're a light in dark places. You're a voice that carries my truth. You're a testimony that reminds others what's possible with me. That's why the pressure has been so intense. Because you're close. So close. You've been carrying the weight of transition. And transitions can feel messy, uncomfortable, uncertain. But transitions are proof that something new is being birthed. And birth is rarely clean, quiet, or predictable. It's stretching. It's painful. It's raw. But oh, it's worth it. You're not breaking down, you're breaking through. Right now, in the spiritual realm, there's movement. Angels assigned to your life are already going ahead of you. Hearts are being prepared. Rooms are being rearranged. Opportunities are being positioned. I'm aligning the right people, the right timing, the right circumstances. For you, you don't see it yet, but it's already in motion. And when it shows up, it's going to make sense. It'll be like looking at a puzzle where every strange piece finally snaps into place. You'll say, "Oh, now I get it." You'll realize that even the detours were divine. Even the delays had purpose. I wasn't holding out on you. I was holding things together for you. Tell me, have you ever looked back and thanked me for a no that turned out to be a bigger yes later on? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear about a time you thought I didn't come through, but then realized I was actually setting you up for something better. Let's celebrate those moments. They're holy because they remind you of something powerful. I see the whole picture. You only see a piece. That's why I ask you to trust me. Even when the road feels foggy. Even when it feels like everyone else is moving ahead faster. Even when you don't have the blueprint. I know exactly where I'm taking you, and I'm not just walking beside you. I'm walking ahead of you. Making crooked paths straight. Breaking off what was sent to distract you. Shielding you from things you didn't even know were threats. So breathe, let go of that anxiety. You don't need to figure it all out, you just need to follow. I'm not asking you to be perfect, just present. Not to be flawless, just faithful. And beloved, you've been faithful. More than you know. So let me affirm you right now. You're doing better than you think. You're stronger than you realize. You're further along than it feels. You're not behind. You're becoming. You've been sowing in tears, but you're about to reap in joy. You've been walking through dry places, but you're about to drink from overflowing wells. You've been feeling stuck, but what you thought was a wall is really just a door in disguise, and I've got the key. But before we open that next door, I want to ask you something real. What lie have you been believing about yourself? That you're not enough? That you always mess things up? That you're too late? That you don't have what it takes? Yeah, I've seen those thoughts. And I'm here to correct them because I created you. And I don't create failures. I don't make mistakes. I don't do leftovers. Everything I made in you was on purpose. Your voice, your story, your wiring, your passion, your quirks. All of it matters. So stop comparing yourself to someone else's timeline. Stop shrinking to fit into rooms I never designed for you. Stop dimming your light just because others can't handle its brightness. You were born to shine. And I'm going to give you platforms that fit your purpose, not your performance. But we've got to root out those old lies first. So be honest with me and with yourself. What lie are you ready to stop believing? Drop it in the comments. Let's replace it with truth. I'll remind you who you really are. Because here's the truth. You are chosen. You are seen. You are equipped. You are called. You are ready. Not because you feel ready, but because I said so. And when I declare something, all of heaven backs it up. So get your hopes up again. Raise your expectations. Dust off that dream. Start picturing your life on the other side of this waiting season. Because it's coming. Not maybe. Not if. Not someday. But now. You're stepping into a now moment. A moment where things align. A moment where the answer comes. A moment where peace rushes in. A moment where you feel me near in a way that's undeniable. This is the moment your spirit's been longing for. And I don't want you to miss it because you were still holding on to fear or regret. So let's do this together. Put your hand over your heart right now. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath and say this with me in your spirit. I'm ready. I'm open. I trust you. That's all I need. Your yes. Your willingness. Your heart. That's where the miracles begin. I'm so proud of you. So in love with you. So for you. And I'm not done yet. This is just the beginning. Let me ask you, what part of this message hit you the most today? Write it in the comments. Let's speak life into it. There's power when you put words to what you're feeling. Ready for what's next? Let's keep going. Lean in, my child. Let's go deeper today. You've been carrying so much, trying to hold it all together. Stay strong for everyone. Figure out what's next, and not fall apart in the process. I see the pressure. I see how you smile when your heart is heavy. How you encourage others even when you're running on empty. How you keep praying, even when your voice shakes. You're doing more than you think, and I'm proud of you. But listen closely now. I never asked you to carry it all. Some of that weight you've been holding, it was never yours to bear. You've been trying to fix things I already have solutions for, trying to predict outcomes I've already written, trying to earn what I've already freely given. You're not called to strive, child. You're called to abide. You're not called to control. You're called to trust. This isn't all up to you. It never was. So let's do something right now. A holy trade. Give me what's been heavy on you. That worry, that stress, that overthinking, that secret fear you don't tell anyone about. Give it to me. I'm strong enough to carry it. I'm wise enough to solve it. And I love you enough to walk with you through every piece of it. You don't have to do this alone. You never have and you never will. Let me ask you something personal. What's the one thing you keep handing over to me, then taking back again? Drop it in the comments if you're ready to surrender it fully this time. There's no shame here, just grace. Because real surrender isn't a one-time thing. It's a daily posture. It's waking up and saying, God, I trust you again today. Even when the feelings aren't there. Even when the outcome is still unclear. Even when the path looks nothing like what you imagined. That kind of surrender, that's powerful. It makes room for peace. It invites breakthrough. It opens doors you never could have forced open. You've been asking me, what's next? But I've been asking you, will you let go? Because sometimes the next thing can't come until you release the old thing. And I know it's scary to let go of what feels familiar, even if it's painful. Sometimes we hold on to fear just because it feels like home. But I'm not leading you back into pain. I'm leading you into promise. The unknown might feel scary, but so is staying stuck. Let's walk forward together. You don't need all the answers to take the next step. You just need to know that I'll be there. And I will. So don't worry if the way forward feels uncertain. Faith isn't about having clarity. It's about having confidence in me. You've walked in faith before. You can do it again. Remember when you took that leap that didn't make sense? When you obeyed me even though people thought you were crazy? when you kept believing, even though everything looked the opposite? That was me strengthening your roots. You thought it was delay, but it was development. Because what's coming isn't small. It's not shallow. It's not average. It's abundant. And abundance requires deep roots. So I've been building you. Quietly, faithfully, tenderly, making sure you're not just excited for the blessing, but ready for it. Can I ask you something? What's the dream that feels too big to say out loud? The one you've buried under realism and responsibility? The one that makes your heart beat faster when you think about it? Yeah, that one. That dream matters to me. Because I'm the one who put it there. It didn't come from your ego. It came from my spirit. It's not silly. It's sacred. And now it's time to dust it off. You've been playing small for long enough. Shrinking. Minimizing your gifts. Hiding your voice. Not anymore. You were never meant to blend in. You were born to stand out. For my glory. You've got something the world needs. Your story. Your voice. Your light. Your presence. So no more shrinking. No more apologizing for your calling. No more waiting for permission. I already gave it to you. I'm with you. I'm for you. I've sent you. And doors will open that no man can shut. But first, let me hear it from your heart. What's that dream? Tell me in the comments. Write it down and bring it into the light. When you speak it, something shifts. Hope awakens. Now breathe. You're not behind. You're not forgotten. You're not disqualified. You are on track. Even with your detours, even with your doubts, even with your mistakes. Because I can redeem anything. I don't need perfection. I need your yes. And you've given it. Again and again, even when it was scary. Even when you didn't see the fruit yet. Even when you wondered if I'd come through. You've been faithful. Now watch me be faithful too. Child. The blessing isn't just coming. It's already been released. It's not if. It's when. And when is getting real close. So don't grow weary now. Don't quit just before the door opens. Don't settle for safe when I'm calling you into supernatural. This season you're stepping into, it's going to feel like harvest. But not just harvest in your hands. Harvest in your heart. Peace you forgot was possible. Joy you thought had dried up. Confidence that doesn't come from your resume, but from your identity. You're going to remember who you are again, and you're going to walk differently, speak differently, pray differently, love differently, because you'll know This didn't happen by accident. It was me. It was always me. Every closed door, every divine detour, every delay that turned out to be protection. It was me, working all things together, even the messy parts, even the mistakes, even the moments that didn't make sense. I was with you in it all. And now, you'll see what I was doing behind the curtain. You'll feel my fingerprints on every detail. You'll realize I was orchestrating things far beyond what you imagined. You'll stand in rooms you only saw in dreams. And know, God did this. And it'll humble you. It'll heal you. It'll ignite you. So, stay close. We're not done. This next part of the journey, it's not just about receiving. It's about revealing. Revealing my goodness through your life. Revealing my heart through your healing. Revealing my power through your story. And you, my child, are ready. If this part stirred something in you, let me know in the comments. What was your biggest aha moment? I want to hear how your heart's moving. I'm right here with you. I love this space we're in. Just me and you. Your heart wide open. Your spirit leaning in. Can you feel that peace starting to rise? That's not your imagination. That's me. My presence settles in when your guard comes down. When you stop trying to impress me or prove yourself. When you stop performing and just rest. I didn't choose you because of what you could do. I chose you because I love you. That's it. You're not a project to me. You're not a burden. You're not too complicated. You're not too much. You are mine. And I delight in you. Let that sink in for a minute. You're not just tolerated. You're treasured. You don't have to earn my affection. You already have it, fully, completely, forever. And I want you to live from that truth. To stop striving. To stop hustling for validation. To stop tying your worth to your wins or your wounds. Because none of that defines you. I do. And I call you beloved, set apart, chosen, anointed, enough. Let me ask you something. What have you been using to measure your worth? Is it your productivity, your bank account, your relationship status, your past mistakes? Be honest. Then let me reset the scale. Tell me in the comments, what are you ready to stop letting define you? What false metric are you letting go of today? Because here's the truth. You don't have to achieve to be approved. You've been approved by me from the beginning. I saw everything about you, every strength, every struggle. And I still said yes. I don't regret calling you. I'm not second-guessing what I placed in you. I'm not surprised by your imperfections. In fact, I chose you with them in mind. Because my strength shines best in your weakness. My power is perfected in your surrender. So if you're feeling weak right now, good. You're in the perfect position for me to move. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to feel confident every day. You just need to stay connected, because where I'm taking you next, it won't be about striving. It'll be about flowing in grace, flowing in purpose, flowing in peace that doesn't make sense, flowing in boldness that's not from you, but from me. And that's what's coming, child. A rhythm that feels like rest, not exhaustion. You've been in survival mode for too long, fighting battles I already won, pushing through days that feel heavy, trying to prove something that's already been settled. So now, we shift. No more burnout. No more pressure to perform. No more thinking you're behind. You're not late. You're right on time. Because timing with me is never random. It's strategic. It's sacred. And that dream you've been praying about, that breakthrough you've been holding out for, that change you've been quietly craving, it's closer than it's ever been. I know you've heard that before, but this time it's different. Because you're different. You've been stretched. You've been refined. You've been tested. You've been prepared. Even when you didn't realize it. Those dry seasons that felt like nothing was happening. I was planting deep roots. Those delays that made you question everything. I was realigning things behind the scenes, those closed doors that felt like rejection. I was protecting you from what you couldn't see. Nothing has been wasted. I redeem everything. And now I'm ready to reveal what I've been working on for you. It's going to be personal. It's going to be precise. It's going to be proof. Proof that I've been listening. Proof that I've been faithful. Proof that I'm still the God who answers. And when it comes, it won't just bless you. It'll ripple out to others. Because this next blessing, it's not just about your comfort. It's about your calling. It's about the people waiting on the other side of your yes. It's about the lives that will be touched through your obedience. It's about the kingdom work I'm doing through you. You were never meant to just survive life. You were born to impact it. And now we step into that together. No fear. No shame. No more playing small. Because I'm going to amplify what's inside you. Your voice is about to carry more authority. Your words will carry weight. Your presence will shift atmospheres. Because it won't be you doing it. It'll be me and you. People will ask, what changed? And you'll smile and say, God did. Let me ask you, what are you believing me for right now? What's the thing you keep bringing to me in prayer? Even if it feels too big, too far, or too impossible. Drop it in the comments. Don't be afraid to name it. When you speak it, you give me space to work on it openly. I'm not intimidated by your prayers. In fact, I love when you dream big with me, because I'm the God of more. More than enough. More than you expected. More than you dared to ask for. I'm not trying to tease you with glimpses of hope. I'm preparing you for fulfillment. But hear me. Before I give you what you asked for, I always prepare your heart to hold it. Because I care more about your foundation than your platform. More about your character than your comfort. More about your intimacy with me than any outward increase. I'm not just blessing your life, I'm building it. And that takes time. But time in my hands is never wasted. It's investment. Every second you've spent trusting me when nothing made sense, it's about to pay off. Every moment you chose faith over fear, I saw it. Every time you said, God, I don't understand, but I'll follow you anyway. That moved my heart. And now, child, you're stepping into the reward of your persistence, the reward of your prayers, the reward of your obedience. It's not just about the thing you asked for. It's about the transformation that happened while you waited. You're not who you used to be. You're stronger, wiser, softer in some places, and fiercer in others. You've been refined by fire, and you're coming out shining. I'm so proud of you, and I'm not done. I have more to say, more to give, more to reveal. But for now, take this truth and let it settle. I am faithful, and what I promised you is not just coming. It's on the way. What part of this message spoke loudest to your heart? Drop it in the comments. I want to know what's hitting home for you right now. Ready for the next step? Let's keep walking together. Come a little closer. You've come a long way with me already, and you're still moving forward, step by step, breath by breath. I know sometimes you wonder if you're really making progress. It feels like you're repeating cycles, circling the same struggles, facing the same delays. But hear me clearly. You are not stuck. You are becoming stronger, becoming wiser, becoming someone who doesn't just believe in promises, but knows how to walk them out. That's a big deal. You're not who you were 6 months ago. You're not who you were a year ago. You've grown in silence. You've matured through battles no one else saw, and I've been right there, shaping you. This season has been more about formation than achievement. And I know that's not always easy. We live in a world that praises results. But I'm interested in the roots because what I'm building in you, it's not temporary, it's eternal. So yes, it's taken time. Yes, it stretched you. Yes, you felt hidden. But hidden doesn't mean forgotten. Hidden is a place of protection. Hidden is a place of preparation. Hidden is where I do my best work. Think about it. Even seeds are hidden before they bloom. They break before they grow. Maybe that's been you lately. Breaking out of old mindsets. Breaking cycles. Breaking through doubts. Breaking the silence with whispered prayers like, God, I don't understand, but I'm still here. And I see you, still here, still showing up, still pressing in when it would be easier to check out. That kind of faith, it's powerful. It's the kind that shakes the heavens. It's the kind that draws angels to attention. It's the kind that says, I may not have clarity, but I've got confidence in who my Father is. Let me pause and ask you something. What's one area where you've seen me work? Even just a little bit? Don't overlook the small wins. The peace that returned when you didn't expect it. The random provision that came just in time. The opportunity that showed up out of nowhere. The strength to keep going when you felt like quitting. Comment below and name your small win. It's not small to me. It's sacred because every shift in your life, even the tiniest one, is part of something bigger, and I don't waste any of it. You might not see the full picture yet, but I'm weaving together something beautiful. The colors, the contrasts, the highs and lows, it's all part of the masterpiece. And yes, sometimes it still gets messy. Sometimes, even with all your faith, you still feel tired. Sometimes you still question, why is it taking so long? Let me tell you why. Because I'm not just preparing the blessing, I'm preparing you for it. You. See, answered prayer is not always about the thing itself. It's about what the thing will require from you. Some doors you've been asking me to open. They lead to rooms that need your maturity, not just your excitement. And I love you too much to send you in underdeveloped. So I take my time with you, because I don't do halfway blessings. I do complete ones, full circle moments, overwhelming, restoration, not just answers, but abundance. You've been asking for a door to open, but I've been building the whole house. And child, it's almost ready. But before we go any further, let's check your heart again. Not because I'm trying to hold anything back, but because I want to make sure you hold it well when it comes. What's been cluttering your heart lately? Fear, comparison, bitterness from the delay, doubt that I even heard you? Lay it down. Tell me in the comments what you're letting go of today. Just name one thing. Watch how much lighter you feel when you give me space to take it. Because your heart matters more than the outcome. Your peace matters more than the performance. Your relationship with me matters more than anything else, and I want you to receive with joy, not anxiety. So breathe, let's clear some space, let's make room for joy again. Let's make room for childlike wonder again. Because what's coming? It's going to stretch your smile, it's going to bring back your laughter. It's going to feel like home after a long journey. It'll be the kind of blessing that makes you say, only God could have done this. And when it comes, you won't have to question it. You'll just know. Because it'll carry peace. It'll flow, not force. It'll align, not confuse. I'm not the author of chaos. I'm the God of clarity. And I'm leading you with peace, not pressure. So if something feels frantic, stop and ask, is this me or is this God? Because my way may challenge you, but it won't drain your soul. You've spent too long chasing things that wore you out. This time, you're going to receive things that restore you. Things that fit. Things that bring out your best. Things that feel like grace wrapped in simplicity. And while we're here, let's talk about people. Because I'm not just answering prayers with things, I'm also bringing divine connections. People who pour into you, not just pull from you. People who speak life, not doubt. People who sharpen your spirit. People who remind you of who you are. When you forget, you don't need a crowd. You need alignment. And that's what I'm giving you. I'm pruning relationships for your protection. I'm realigning connections for your growth. I'm closing the doors that drain you and opening ones that feed you. It might feel like loss at first, but on the other side is gain. Trust me here. Tell me, has there been a friendship or connection I've been nudging you to release? Be honest in the comments. Even if you don't name names, just say yes. I know who it is. That act of release is powerful because healing begins in honesty. And child, you are healing. Even when it doesn't feel like it. Even when you still cry sometimes. Even when you feel like you should be over it by now. Healing isn't linear. It's layered. It comes in waves. But it's happening. And I'm right here, guiding you through every layer. You're going to look back and realize you're not bleeding from that place anymore. You'll feel peace where there used to be pain, clarity where there used to be confusion, gratitude where there used to be grief. That's the beauty of how I work. I don't just patch things. I restore them. I don't just answer your prayer. I exceed it. I don't just bring you through. I bring you out better. So don't lose heart now. The wait hasn't been punishment. It's been preparation. The silence hasn't been rejection, it's been a setup. And the tears you've cried? Every single one has been collected. They water the ground for the harvest that's coming. What part of this message did your heart need most today? Leave it in the comments. I'm right here with you, and I love seeing how these moments land. In your soul, let's stay close. You're about to step into something sacred. Keep going with me. You still with me? Good. Because now, we're getting into the deep waters. Not the kind that overwhelm you. The kind that refresh you. You've been in shallow places for too long. Places where you played it safe. Where you kept your prayers small. So disappointment couldn't reach you. But I didn't design you for shallow. I didn't place greatness in you just to keep you comfortable. I created you for depth, for intimacy with me that doesn't depend on feelings, for courage that doesn't vanish in hard times, for dreams that pull heaven down to earth. So now I'm calling you out a little deeper. You can feel that, can't you? That tug in your spirit. That restlessness with just enough. That hunger for more than routine faith. That's me. It's not that I'm pushing you into discomfort for no reason. It's that I know what's already in you. And I'm drawing it out. Because the thing you're praying for, it requires a version of you that's not afraid to move with me. Even when it's unfamiliar. You've been asking me to release it. And I've been asking you to release what's holding you back. Let me ask you gently. What's one thing you know you've outgrown but you're still holding on to? Old thinking? Toxic habits? Fear of success? The comfort of a safe life? Drop it in the comments. Let's name it. There's something powerful about releasing it out loud. Because here's the truth. Your next level will not come packaged in your comfort zone. You've got to stretch. You've got to step. You've got to believe beyond what your eyes can see. And I'm not asking you to do that alone. I'm with you. Closer than breath. I go ahead of you and walk beside you. I even cover your blind spots. That's how much I love you. And no, I'm not disappointed in how long it's taken. I'm not frustrated by your doubts. I'm not tired of your questions. Bring them all to me. I'd rather you wrestle with me honestly than pretend everything's fine when it's not. I'm not afraid of your process. I honor your process because I see your heart. I see your tears. I see the way you still lean into me, even when your world feels like it's crumbling. That's not weakness. That's worship. It's not about having it all together. It's about keeping your heart open when it would be easier to shut down. And child, you've done that. Even with the heartbreak, even through the silence, even when the answer felt delayed, you stayed. You kept showing up. You kept whispering, "Oh God, I trust you." You kept choosing me. even when your faith felt fragile. That kind of love, it wrecks me. And it's why I won't let your prayers return empty. They've gone out like seeds, and now the rain is coming. Harvest doesn't always show up fast, but it always shows up full. And when it does, you won't be scrambling to receive it. You'll be ready. Because that's what I've been doing in this waiting season. Making you ready. Let me ask you this. What does ready look like for you? Is it a clear mind, a healed heart, a steady soul? Tell me in the comments. What kind of readiness do you sense me stirring in you? Because I'm not just preparing blessings for you, I'm preparing you for blessings. I'm shaping you into someone who can hold the weight of answered prayer with wisdom. So when the opportunity comes, you don't self-sabotage. When the door opens, you don't question whether you belong. When the promise lands, you don't shrink from it, you own it. And you will. Because I've already placed everything inside you that you'll need. Nothing will catch you off guard. You'll feel the confirmation in your spirit. You'll know it's me. You'll recognize my fingerprints on it. And you won't have to strive to keep it. You've strived long enough. You've hustled, stressed, cried, wandered. But now I'm bringing you into a season of settling. Not settling for less, but settling into more. Into peace. Into purpose. Into joy that doesn't leave when things get hard. Because joy is your birthright. And you've got to start walking like someone who knows they're loved. You've got to stop apologizing for your calling. Stop shrinking when you should be shining. Stop second-guessing what I've made clear. I didn't whisper your purpose, I declared it. And I've confirmed it over and over, haven't I? Through dreams, through nudges, through unexpected encouragement, through messages like this one. So here's your confirmation again. You're not crazy. You're called. You're not delusional. You're destined. You're not being ignored. You're being positioned. And soon, all the closed doors will make sense. All the pauses, all the detours, all the not yets. They were me. Not punishing you. Protecting you. Not delaying out of cruelty. Developing you out of love. Because some doors close to keep you safe. And some doors stay shut until you're strong enough to carry what's behind them. But guess what? One of those doors you've been knocking on, it's about to open. And when it does, there won't be any striving. Just stepping. Just peace. Just finally. This is it. So hold on. We're closer than ever. And I know. I keep saying that. But I'm not just trying to hype you up. I'm speaking truth. Because this whole time, you've been walking towards something real. You're not imagining it. You're not making it up. You've been following my voice even when it was quiet, even when it made no sense, and you've been faithful. So now, I reward. Not because you earned it, but because I promised it. And I never break my promises. But here's the thing. When it comes, don't forget this feeling. The feeling of trust. The rawness of the waiting. The closeness you found in the quiet. Don't forget how this part drew you deeper. How it taught you to lean, how it showed you that even without the answer, I was enough. Because that's what I want most of all. Your heart. More than your accomplishments. More than your timeline. More than your checklist. I want you. And I'll keep reminding you every step of the way. What part of this word is stirring something in your spirit? Share it in the comments. I want to hear what's rising in you right now. This journey's just getting good. Stay with me. Let's breathe here for a moment. You've been walking so steadily with me. Sometimes trembling. Sometimes tired. But still walking. Still choosing me. Still choosing hope. And I want you to hear this loud and clear. That matters. Even when it doesn't feel like much, even when you're not on fire, even when your prayers sound more like sighs. The fact that you keep showing up in faith, even on the days it's faint, that's what touches my heart. Because I'm not looking for perfect performance. I'm looking for honest connection. You give me that. And every time you do, heaven leans in. Yes, even in your weakest moments, especially in those, I'm drawn to the real you. Not the version you think you have to be. Not the polished, filtered, church face version. Just you, raw, honest, present. So pause and be real with me again. What's been weighing heavy on you lately? Don't hold it in. Drop it in the comments like you're placing it in my hands. You weren't created to carry the weight of the world. You were created to walk with me. Let me carry what you can't. You've tried to do it all alone for too long. Tried to smile through what's breaking you. Tried to be strong when you just needed to be held. And that's okay. There's no shame in that. But I'm giving you permission now to exhale. You don't have to prove anything to me. You're already mine. And I know you want to do it right. I know you don't want to miss what I'm doing. But listen to me, child. You won't miss what I meant for you. You won't miss your moment. You won't miss your blessing. You won't miss what you've prayed for. With tears and trust. Know the exact moment to release it. And I know how to lead you into it without striving. You're not late. You're not behind. You're not forgotten. You're being aligned. And that process takes time. So let's talk about time for a minute, okay? Because I know it's something that's been getting under your skin. You look around, and it feels like everyone else is moving ahead, getting the job, meeting the person, buying the house, launching the dream. And there you are, still waiting, still building, still wondering, God, when is it my turn? Let me answer you gently but clearly. Your turn is coming, and not just eventually. Soon. But not by rushing. Not by copying what others are doing. Not by pushing doors that aren't yours. By trusting me. I see what you're ready for, and what's still maturing inside you. Know the pace that protects your peace and preserves your promise. You don't need to run to catch up. You just need to walk with me, and I'll make up for the time you think you've lost. You're not too late. You're right on time for my plan. Even the detours have purpose. Even the delays carry destiny. Even your breakdowns are becoming breakthroughs. So let me ask you something real. Where have you been secretly feeling behind? Where have you felt like you're missing some invisible milestone? Drop it in the comments. Not to vent, but to release. Call it out so I can call it healed. Because I want to free you from timelines that I never placed on you. This is not a race. This is a journey. One where grace moves you, not guilt. So take that pressure off your shoulders. I'm not rushing you. I'm forming you. And while we're here, let's clear something else up. I don't bless you based on how perfect your record is. I bless you because you're mine. Because I see your faith, because I hear your heart, because I delight in giving good things to my children. Yes, even when you've stumbled. Yes, even when you've questioned. Yes, even when you've doubted me in private. I haven't changed my mind about you. My love isn't fragile. It doesn't waver. It doesn't fade when you're struggling. I knew everything about you when I called you. And still, I said yes. Still, I chose you. Still, I've been fighting for your future. So no, the delays haven't canceled the promise, and yes, the thing you prayed for, it's still on the way. But listen, I don't just answer prayers. I answer people, and I'm answering you. Not just your request, but your need. Your need to feel seen. Your need to feel safe. Your need to believe that it's not too late to start again. You don't need to earn that. You just need to receive it. Let me love you into wholeness again. You've spent so much time trying to be strong. But what if strength looks more like surrender? What if your next level isn't about grinding harder, but about resting in me deeper? Tell me in the comments, what area of your life do you need rest in most right now? Your mind? Your relationships? your finances, your faith? Name it. I'm right here, ready to carry the weight with you. And while you rest, I'll work. I'm not inactive in the quiet seasons. I'm working behind the scenes, opening doors you haven't even imagined. I'm speaking your name in rooms you haven't entered yet. I'm aligning people to bless you, prepare you, and walk with you. I'm setting things in motion that will feel like miracles, because they are. You won't have to fight for what I've ordained. It'll flow. It'll fit. It'll feel like this is exactly what I prayed for, and more. You'll remember this time, this quiet, stretching, faith-building time, and you'll say, now I see why it took so long. Because I wasn't just preparing the blessing, I was preparing it to be undeniably mine. So when people look at your life, they'll see me, not luck, not hustle, not coincidence. They'll see grace. They'll see faithfulness. They'll see what happens when someone dares to believe. Even in the dark, that's what you've done, that's what you're doing, and that's why you're about to receive. So hold tight, keep your heart open, keep your hands ready, and keep walking with me. Because, child, you're so close now. Has this word reminded you of something I already spoke to you before? A dream, a promise, a whisper you almost forgot? Comment below and tell me. I want to stir it back up in your spirit. Let's keep going. Hey, still here with me? Good. Because we're in a sacred moment now. The kind of moment where things begin to shift. Not just in your surroundings, but deep in your spirit. I know the wait has been long. I know you've felt stuck. And I know sometimes you wonder if anything is even moving. But I want you to hear this. Everything is shifting. Even if you can't see it yet. You may not see it with your eyes. But I've already started moving things behind the scenes. I've been lining up the people, the places, the divine timing. Nothing has been wasted. Not a single tear. Not a single season. You've been walking through a hallway with doors that wouldn't open. But those weren't the right doors, child. They looked good. They felt right. You even asked me, why not this one, God? But I was protecting you. Because I know what you really need. And I won't let you settle for less than what I created you for. You think you're waiting on the answer. But truth is, the answer has been waiting on you. Waiting for you to grow into the version of yourself that can carry it. Waiting for you to release old patterns. Waiting for you to trust me more deeply. And you've done that. Even when it hurt. Even when it felt like nothing was happening. even when you questioned every step. You stayed. And child, that kind of faith moves my heart. Let me ask you something. What's one area where you've grown stronger, even if no one else noticed? Go ahead. Write it in the comments. Speak it out. Let's celebrate what's happening inside you, not just around you. Because growth isn't always visible. Sometimes it looks like choosing peace when fear is louder. Sometimes it looks like staying soft when the world tells you to be hard. Sometimes it's just getting out of bed and saying, God, I trust you. One more time. That's growth. And that's what's preparing you to receive what you've prayed for. But hear me. I'm not just answering your prayer. I'm transforming you into someone who can sustain it. Because the blessing I'm giving you, it comes with weight. It's not light, it's not shallow. It's not a quick fix. It's legacy. And legacy requires depth. That's why I've been going deep in you. That's why I let some things fall away. That's why I didn't let certain people stay. That's why I closed doors that didn't make sense at the time, not to punish you, but to protect the promise. Because when you walk into what I have for you, you'll need clarity. You'll need focus. You'll need to be surrounded by people who see your purpose, not just your potential. And that's what I'm giving you. I'm giving you clarity, not confusion. Confidence, not comparison. Purpose, not pressure. You won't have to compete for what's yours. Did you hear that? You won't have to hustle for what I've already assigned to you. You won't have to prove yourself. You won't have to beg to be seen. You're already chosen. You're already called. And I'm already working. So don't be discouraged by what hasn't happened yet. Don't measure your life by someone else's chapter. Your story is sacred. Your timing is divine. And your testimony, it's about to get loud. But don't forget this. The best testimonies are birthed in the quiet, in the hidden seasons, in the nights when no one sees the tears, in the mornings when you rise with faith, even though you fell asleep with doubt. That's where I meet you. That's where I do my most powerful work. Let me ask you something else. What has this hidden season taught you about me? What part of my nature has become real to you in the silence? Drop it in the comments. I want you to remember what you've discovered here. Because when the promise shows up, I don't want you to forget the process. I don't want you to just praise me for what I gave. I want you to know me for who I was, while you were still waiting, because I've never left your side. Not for 1 second, even when it felt like I was far. Even when it seemed like your prayers hit the ceiling, even when the silence felt deafening. Was there. I was sitting with you in the confusion. I was speaking peace over you in the chaos. I was writing the next chapter when you thought the book was closed. You were never alone. And now it's time for the next chapter to unfold. You're not just going to witness the miracle, you're going to live in it. But not just for yourself. See, this blessing, it's personal, but it's also generational. I'm answering you in a way that breaks cycles, heals wounds, rewrites stories. Your yes to me, it's echoing far beyond what you can see. Your obedience in private, it's building freedom for those who will follow after you. This isn't just about you. It's about legacy. You're making decisions right now that your children's children will thank you for. You're breaking chains that others were too tired to fight. You're building what you never had. And doing it with me. That's why the journey has been intense. That's why the warfare has felt heavier than usual. That's why the weight has been stretching your faith to the edge. Because this isn't small. And neither are you. So take this moment in. Let it sink deep. You are right in the middle of divine preparation. You are being positioned for something only you can carry. You are walking into a season of answers that will bring tears to your eyes. Not because of the pain, but because of the peace. You'll look around and say, God, you really did it. And I'll smile and say, I always planned to. But until then, just keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep worshiping. Keep surrendering your timeline for my perfect timing. Because, child, we're so close. What are you believing me for in this? Next season? What promise are you still holding on to? Go ahead. Comment below and declare it. Speak life over it. I'm not done writing your story. Let's keep walking. Let's take a breath, just you and me. Right here, right now. Let's quiet all the noise. You've been carrying so much lately. Not just responsibilities, but emotions, expectations, fears you didn't even realize were piling up. And sometimes, the wait for the answer makes all of it feel heavier, doesn't it? You start wondering, did I hear God right? Maybe it wasn't a promise after all. Maybe it was just wishful thinking. Child, pause. Don't let delay convince you that you imagined what I spoke. You didn't make it up. You didn't mishear. You didn't create a fantasy in your mind. That desire in your heart, the one that keeps coming back even when you try to bury it, that was planted by me. You didn't ask for too much. You're not being dramatic. You're not dreaming too big. You're just remembering what I whispered when you were still, when your heart was open and raw, and my spirit moved gently over you. And even now, I'm reminding you again, it's coming. Not on your timeline. Not in the way you pictured it. But better. I don't tease you with hopes I won't fulfill. When I said I would do it, I meant it. You've prayed, haven't you? You've waited. You've warred. You've believed even when believing hurt. So let me ask you something right now. What's the prayer you've been too afraid to pray again? The one that felt too far gone. The one that hasn't moved in months, maybe years. The one that still has a tender ache wrapped around it. Drop it in the comments, say it. Bring it into the light. Let's revive what doubt tried to bury, because you're not crazy for hoping. You're courageous for holding on, and I see that. I see your silent strength. I see how you keep loving even when your heart is tired. I see how you keep serving even when you feel empty. I see how you keep pouring out even when no one pours back. I see every sacrifice you've made out of faith, and none of it has been overlooked. The way you said no to that opportunity that didn't feel right. The way you chose integrity when compromise was easier. The way you kept praying when it felt pointless. It all matters. Every moment of obedience adds up. Every act of faith is a seed in the ground. Every tear you've cried has watered what I'm about to bring forth. You've sown in private, but you're about to reap in public. And when it happens, don't you dare shrink back. Don't you minimize what I've done just to make other people comfortable. This is your harvest. This is your answer. This is your time. And I want you to walk in it boldly. You've spent long enough apologizing for your presence. Long enough playing small to avoid being misunderstood. Long enough hiding your light so no one felt threatened by it. But I didn't create you to blend in. I created you to shine. You're a light in a dark world. You're salt where things have lost flavor. You're my voice, my hands, my heart on the earth. And I need you to show up like it. So no more shrinking. No more second guessing. No more self-sabotage. I'm doing something in you that's bigger than just your comfort. You've been asking me for elevation. But with elevation comes exposure. With exposure comes pressure. And with pressure comes the opportunity to shine like gold. You're ready for that now. Yes. You. The same you that cried yourself to sleep last week. The same you that felt invisible at work. The same you that wondered if anyone even notices what you carry. I notice. And now I'm calling it forth. You're not waiting to be chosen anymore. You've already been chosen. By me. So, go ahead. Tell me in the comments, where have you been holding back out of fear? Fear of failure? Fear of being judged? Fear that maybe you're not enough? Let's call it out right now. Expose it. Break the agreement. Because fear is not your master anymore. I am. And I don't rule with shame. I lead with love. A love that casts out fear. A love that restores confidence. A love that reminds you who you are and whose you are. And you, my child, you are royalty. Not someday. Now, not once you get it all together, but right here in your process. I don't crown perfection. I crown surrender. And you've been surrendering, haven't you? Little by little. Day by day. Even when you didn't realize it. You've been handing me the broken pieces. The bitterness. The disappointment. The hope that felt dangerous to hold, and what you gave me, I've been reshaping into glory. That's what's coming. Not just a gift. Not just a breakthrough. Glory. And when it hits, it'll be clear. This wasn't luck. This wasn't coincidence. This was my hand. So prepare yourself. Not by striving, not by scrambling, but by believing. By expecting me to move, by living like the answer is already forming, because it is. You're going to feel it in your spirit before you see it in the natural. The winds of change, the stirrings in your heart, the sense that something's about to break open. It's me. I'm coming through. Suddenly doors will open. Suddenly provision will flow. Suddenly the right people will enter your life. It'll feel sudden to you. But I've been preparing it the whole time. So don't be surprised when it shows up. Be ready. Keep your eyes open. Keep your spirit soft. Keep your heart expectant. Because the answer you've been praying for, it's not just on the way. It's at the door. Take a moment. Breathe. What would you do differently if you truly believe the answer was already on the way? Share it in the comments. Your faith is unlocking the next level. Let's keep walking. You feel that? That quiet shift happening inside you right now? That's not just emotion. That's not just a passing wave of hope. That's alignment. Your heart is starting to match what I've already spoken. Your faith is catching up to my promise. And child, that's powerful. Because when your spirit aligns with my voice, nothing can stop what comes next. Not the delay, not the doubt, not even the people who walked away. You've been thinking things were falling apart, but they've actually been falling into place. Piece by piece, layer by layer, promise by promise. And it's all been leading to this moment. You're not late. You're not lost. You're right on time. Right on time for the breakthrough I planned before you were even born. Yeah. That's how intentional I am with you. Every detail of your life, seen, known, loved. That's why I'm asking you to stop worrying about how it's going to happen. I've got that part covered. You don't have to figure out the how. You just have to say yes. Yes to believing again. Yes to trusting me when it's uncertain. Yes to moving forward, even if you're trembling. Because every time you say yes to me, You're stepping deeper into purpose. And let's be real. You've said a lot of yeses in faith already. You've said yes when it didn't make sense. You've said yes with a heart that was still healing. You've said yes when all you had left was a whisper. Don't downplay that. Don't forget how far you've come. You think I've forgotten what it cost you to keep believing? I haven't. Not for a second. I saw the wrestle in your soul. I saw the nights you questioned everything. I saw the times you stayed silent instead of lashing out. That's strength. And I'm rewarding it. I'm not just a promise maker. I'm a promise keeper. And you're about to see what that really means. Let me ask you something. What has been the hardest thing for you to surrender to me? Take a minute. Be honest. Drop it in the comments. Your surrender doesn't make you weak. It makes you powerful. Because real strength is in letting go. Letting go of control. Letting go of needing to understand it all. Letting go of timelines you set for yourself. I never asked you to carry all of that. I just asked you to walk with me. You've been trying to run ahead. Trying to speed up what I'm still preparing. And I get it. You're excited. You're desperate. You're ready. But listen to me. I want this to be sustainable, not just sensational. I'm not after a quick fix. I'm building something in your life that lasts. That means I'll take my time. That means I'll stretch you before I release it. That means I'll say not yet, even when you think you're ready. Because I love you too much to give you a promise you're not prepared to hold. Think about it. What good is a door if you don't know how to walk through it? What good is a blessing if it crushes you the moment you carry it? No, child. I'm training you to stand under the weight of your answered prayer. And you're doing better than you think. You've been faithful with the little. You've kept a pure heart. You've stayed close even when you didn't understand the plan. That's why favor is chasing you down now. Not because you earned it, but because you've been aligned with me. Your yes has created space for my more. More peace, more clarity, more divine connections, more fruit from the seeds you've sown in hidden places. And hear me. I haven't forgotten a single seed. Every act of love you gave when no one said thank you. Every time you forgave when you could have stayed bitter. Every offering, every prayer, every time you said, God, I still trust you. I've counted them all. And now, I'm multiplying the harvest. It won't come as a trickle. It'll come as a wave. A wave of provision, a wave of healing, a wave of answered prayers that leave you speechless. You're not just going to receive what you prayed for. You're going to receive more than you even knew how to ask for. Because I don't just meet expectations, I exceed them. So start preparing, not with stress, but with joy. Start rejoicing like it's already done. Start living like the doors are already opening. Start speaking like the blessing has already landed. Faith isn't pretending. Faith is aligning with what I've already spoken. And I've spoken yes over you. Yes to restoration. Yes to open doors. Yes to new beginnings. You don't need everyone else to believe it. You just need to believe me. You and me. That's enough. Let me ask you right here, right now. What's one thing you're going to start doing as an act of faith that the promise is already yours? Write it down in the comments. Declare it. Let it be your way of saying, God, I trust you in advance. Because something breaks in the atmosphere when you praise before you see. That's the kind of faith I honor. Faith that moves without evidence. Faith that worships in the waiting. Faith that acts like it's already done. Because in my realm it is already done. You're just catching up to it in real time. And while you wait, I'm not just preparing your blessing. I'm preparing you. That joy you've been longing for, it's being resurrected. That peace you thought you lost, it's returning. That clarity you've been crying out for, it's rising like the morning sun. You're not walking into more confusion. You're walking into clarity. And I know clarity doesn't always come in a flash. Sometimes it comes in layers. But with every step, I'm revealing more. Trust me. What you've been asking me for is on the other side of this next yes. So keep saying it. Keep showing up. Keep expecting. Keep choosing faith even in the smallest ways. Because one day soon, sooner than you think, everything is going to click. And you'll look around and realize the pain was part of the preparation. The delay was divine protection. The process was always leading to the promise. What is something you're reclaiming in this season? Peace, hope, identity, vision. Tell me in the comments. Let it be a declaration of faith. We're just getting started, beloved. Let's keep moving forward. Look at you. Still here. Still reading. Still leaning in. That says something about you. It says you haven't given up. It says you still believe. Maybe not with loud, perfect faith, but with something real. Quiet. Steady. Deep. And that's enough. It's not about having flashy, flawless faith. It's about having the kind that refuses to quit. The kind that whispers, I still trust you, even through tears. The kind that shows up broken but willing. The kind that says, God, I don't see it yet, but I know you're still working. And child, I am. Even when it's quiet. Even when it's still. Even when nothing looks like it's changing on the outside. There's something moving underneath. Can you feel it? that stirring inside your soul, that shift in your perspective, that gentle knowing that something's coming. That's me. I'm awakening you again, reminding you again, restoring hope again. I know it's been hard. I know the weight has felt like a wilderness. But the wilderness isn't punishment. It's preparation. It's where I strip away what's not needed. It's where I strengthen what's been weak. It's where I reveal what can't go with you into the next season. You prayed for promise, but promise always comes with process. Even Jesus had a wilderness, even David had a cave, even Joseph had a prison. You're in good company. You're not lost. You're being led. You're not stuck. You're being shaped. You're not forgotten. You're being favored. Even now in the hidden places. So let's stop and talk right here. What's something I've taught you in your wilderness? Has it been about trust, patience, letting go, loving without expecting applause? Drop it in the comments. There's wisdom in your story that others need to hear. Because you've gained something in the struggle. You've gained roots, you've gained depth, you've gained a kind of faith that isn't swayed by every storm. You're not who you used to be. And that's a good thing. You've matured. You've grown. You've become someone who can carry more than you could before. That's why I can trust you with what's coming. Because when the blessing shows up, it won't change who you are. It'll just reveal more of who I've always known you to be. You're not being overlooked. You're being positioned. Positioned for divine appointments. Positioned for open doors. Positioned for overflow. It's not about being in the right place at the right time by accident. It's about me guiding your every step. And I have, even when it didn't make sense. Even when you felt like you were wandering. Even when you couldn't see 2 steps ahead. I was there. And I'm still here. You're not walking into this breakthrough alone. I'm the one opening the doors. I'm the one aligning the connections. I'm the one preparing the provision. You don't have to strive for it. You don't have to hustle your way into it. You just have to keep walking with me. Step by step. Moment by moment. That's how it's always been. Let me ask you something. What's one door you need me to open? Be honest. Is it in your career? Your relationships? Your healing? Your finances? Bring it to me in the comments. Let it be your act of faith. Because you don't have to knock down doors I never told you to walk through. Some of the rejection you faced was my redirection. Some of the closed doors were my protection. Some of the delays were me saying, not yet, I've got something better. And you do trust me, right? Even when you don't understand. Even when the timing feels all wrong. Even when the people around you don't get it. Trust is hard, I know. But trust is also where the miracles happen. Trust is what opens your eyes to see that even the no's were kindness, Even the detours had purpose. Even the silence was filled with my presence. You haven't been wasting time. You've been building trust. And you'll need that trust when the blessing shows up. Because hear me, not every opportunity is from me. Not every door is meant for you. Not every yes is holy. So I'm training your spirit to recognize my yes. I'm teaching you to discern what's good from what's God. Because the enemy loves to distract with shiny counterfeit promises. But you, my child, you've come too far to fall for the fake. You're learning to wait for what's real. And real is on the way. Real love, real healing, real breakthrough, real joy. Not temporary highs, not shallow connections, not quick fixes, but the kind of fulfillment that can only come from me. And when it lands, you'll know this was worth the wait. I want you to pause right now and think about this. How will you show up differently when the blessing arrives? Will you walk with more confidence? Will you speak with more purpose? Will you give with more generosity? Write it in the comments. Let's get your heart ready for it. Because here's the thing. I'm not just preparing a blessing for you. I'm preparing you to be a blessing. Your answered prayer isn't just about you. It's going to touch others. It's going to heal others. It's going to inspire others to believe again. That's how I work. I bless you so you can bless others. I pour into you so you can overflow. I show up for you so you can show me to the world. And you've got something the world needs. Your story. Your strength. Your fire. Your heart. So don't hold back. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until you feel completely ready. Don't wait for validation from other people. I've already validated you. I chose you. I anointed you. I equipped you. Now walk like it. Not arrogantly, but boldly. Not recklessly, but faithfully. Not with pride, but with purpose. Because you were made for this moment. And you don't have to be afraid of messing it up. I'm not fragile. And neither is your destiny. You can't ruin what I've already redeemed. You can't miss what I've marked as yours. You can't disqualify yourself from what grace has already qualified you for. So breathe and believe. The answer is closer than it's ever been. The promise is about to unfold, and the wait is about to make sense. Let me ask you, what's one area of your life where you're ready to stop striving and start trusting? Tell me in the comments. Let's release the pressure together. There's more I want to show you. Let's keep walking. Let's take a breath together. Right now, just pause and breathe. Inhale peace. Exhale pressure. Yeah, that's better. You don't have to rush this moment. You don't have to push so hard. You don't have to hustle your way into what I've already promised you. You've been carrying so much, so many expectations, so many voices in your head telling you what to do, how to feel, who to be. But I'm the only voice you really need. And here's what I want to say to you right now. You're doing better than you think. You really are. You've been walking through fire and still choosing kindness. You've been battling fear and still showing up in faith. You've been stretched, challenged, refined, and you haven't quit. That's not small. That's not invisible to me. That's strength. Even when you feel weak, I see strength in you. Because strength isn't loud. It's consistent. It's found in the quiet choice to keep believing when there's no evidence. It's found in the tears you wipe away and the prayers you whisper anyway. So let me say it again, because I know you need to hear it. You're doing better than you think. You've been faithful. You've been obedient. You've been seeking me even when it felt like I was silent. And I've seen it all. I haven't missed a single moment. Not one tear. Not one prayer. Not one step of faith. I saw the day you almost gave up, but didn't. I saw the moment you praised me while your heart was breaking. I saw you choosing to love, even when you weren't sure you had anything left to give. You thought no one noticed? I did. I always do. And that's why what's coming to you isn't random, it's reward. You didn't just survive this season. You grew in it. You didn't let the pain harden you. You let it humble you. You let it deepen you. That's why I can trust you with more. You've proven faithful in the quiet places. So now I'm bringing you into the open spaces, that hidden preparation. It's about to meet public breakthrough. But let me ask you this. What's something you've learned about me in the silent seasons? Go ahead. Share it in the comments. Your reflection can encourage someone else who's in the thick of their own waiting. Because even in the silence, I was speaking. I just needed to quiet the noise around you first. I needed to teach you to recognize my whisper, to know my heart, not just my hand. See, I'm not just trying to bless you with things. I'm blessing you with intimacy, with connection, with clarity, with the kind of relationship that goes deeper than surface-level faith. You've been seeking me, not just my gifts. And child, that moves me. You have my attention. You're not forgotten in the crowd. You're not just one among millions. You're mine. Chosen, loved, set apart. I know your name, I know your heart. I know your desire to please me even when you fall short. And guess what? I'm proud of you. Yeah, I said it. I'm proud of the way you've handled this season. I'm proud of your growth. I'm proud of your willingness to come back to me, even when you didn't feel worthy. I never expected perfection. I just wanted honesty. I just wanted you. And I've got you. Fully. Completely. Forever. So when the blessing arrives, and it will, don't shrink back. Don't question if you deserve it. Don't push it away out of guilt or fear. Receive it with open arms. Receive it like someone who knows who their Father is. Because I'm not blessing you as a reward for performance. I'm blessing you because I love you. Because I want to see you whole. Because I delight in seeing you walk in the fullness of what I've planned. You're not an accident. You're an assignment. You're not just surviving, you're being sent. That's why I've been refining you. I didn't break you, I've been building you. So you could stand firm. So you could carry more. So you could shine even when the weight of favor hits. You've prayed for open doors. I'm about to walk you through them. You've prayed for confirmation. I'm about to make it loud and clear. You've prayed for a shift. It's already happening. Let me ask you something honest. Are you ready for it? Are you really ready to let go of the old and embrace the new? Because that blessing you've been asking for, it may require you to leave some things behind. Old mindsets, old cycles, old versions of yourself that were built on fear instead of faith. It's time to upgrade, not just your circumstances, but your identity. You're not who you used to be. So don't keep thinking like your past. Don't keep speaking from your pain. Don't keep acting like the version of you that was still in survival mode. You've healed. You've grown. You've changed. Let that show. Start carrying yourself like someone who's been with me. With confidence, with joy, with peace that doesn't make sense. And don't wait for everything to be perfect before you celebrate. Celebrate now. Celebrate like the answer is already on its way. Because it is. You're not waiting alone, you're waiting with me. And while you wait, I want to know, what's one area you're ready to embrace joy again? Drop it in the comments. Let this be your moment to reclaim what the enemy tried to steal. Because joy is your weapon. Joy is your strength. Joy is your declaration that you believe me even when it still looks uncertain. And let me tell you something powerful. Joy isn't just a feeling. It's a sign of faith. Faith that knows I'm good. Faith that knows I'm faithful. Faith that knows if I said it, I'll do it. You're not too late. You haven't missed it. You didn't ruin your shot. I'm still writing your story. And the next chapter is filled with light. So walk in joy. Walk in expectation. Walk in peace. You don't have to figure it all out. You just have to follow me one step at a time. And trust this. What's on the other side of this obedience will blow your mind. What's something you're choosing to release right now? Fear, shame, doubt? Write it in the comments. Let it go. Let me carry it. We're getting closer. Your breakthrough is not a matter of if. It's a matter of when. And child, it's about to happen. So come with me. Let's keep walking, you and me. No pressure. No rush. Just step by step. Moment by moment. That's how we've made it this far, right? You may not have realized it, but every step you took, especially the ones you didn't understand, brought you closer to this moment of becoming, this moment of receiving, this moment of stepping into what I've had prepared for you all along. And I need you to know something right here. You are not behind, not in life, not in calling, not in purpose. You are right on time. I know. Sometimes you scroll through other people's highlights and feel like you missed your window. But they're not your timeline. They're not your measuring stick. They're not me. I never told you to run their race. I never asked you to move on their schedule. I'm doing something unique in you. That's why it's taken time. That's why the route hasn't looked like anyone else's. That's why you've had to wait when others seem to speed ahead. I wasn't delaying you. I was developing you. You've been growing in ways only the quiet seasons could accomplish. You've been building inner strength that's going to anchor you when everything around you changes. Because that's what's coming next. Change. But not the kind that brings chaos. Not the kind that leaves you confused. This change is divine. It's alignment. It's breakthrough. It's answered prayer. And it's coming fast. So let's prepare your heart. Let me ask you something. When the breakthrough comes, how will it change the way you walk into a room? Will you walk in with your head higher? Will you speak with more clarity? Will you love people more freely, knowing you're not running on empty? Think about it. And tell me in the comments. You're not just walking into a new season. You're walking in with a new posture. Because this next level, it requires a new perspective. The old you questioned everything. The old you second-guessed every decision. The old you looked for outside. Confirmation for what I had already whispered inside your heart. But the new you, the one I've been shaping, that version of you walks in certainty. Not because everything is perfect, but because you know who's guiding you. You don't need every detail in place to move forward. You just need peace. And I've been giving it to you in layers, haven't I? Little by little. Day by day. Sometimes through hard lessons, sometimes through gentle reminders, but always, always through love. Because I know what's ahead for you. I know the doors that are about to swing open. I know the rooms you're about to walk into. I know the favor that's about to find you. And I need you to trust me with the weight of it. Yes, the blessing comes with weight. Not pressure to perform, but responsibility to carry it well. That's why I've been stretching you, teaching you to rely on me, not just when things are hard, but when things are good. Because sometimes success is a bigger test than struggle. But you've passed the quiet test, you've passed the waiting test, you've passed the faith without sight test. And now you're ready for more. So, pause with me right here. What's one area where you've seen growth in yourself this year? Is it the way you talk to yourself? The way you set boundaries? The way you rest without guilt? Celebrate it. Drop it in the comments. Let's not just focus on what's next. Let's honor what's already happened, because growth isn't always loud. Sometimes it looks like walking away from what you used to chase. Sometimes it looks like choosing peace over people-pleasing. Sometimes it looks like forgiving someone who never apologized. And that's what I've seen in you. Real growth. Real depth. Real healing. So when people start to notice the shift in you, just smile. Because you've been doing the inner work that no one clapped for. And now, the fruit of that work is about to show. Not for their applause, but for my glory. That's always been the point. To reflect me, to reveal me, to release me into the world through your life. You've been asking me to show up. But what if you are the answer to someone else's prayer? What if your breakthrough becomes their breakthrough? What if your healing sparks their healing? What if your faith wakes something up in them? That's the kind of impact you're about to have. And it starts with receiving fully, boldly, freely what I'm placing in your hands. So tell me, what's one thing you're ready to stop resisting and finally receive? Write it out in the comments. Let's break the cycle of self-sabotage together. Because you've done that, haven't you? Pushed blessings away out of fear. Shrunk back out of insecurity. Delayed obedience because you didn't feel ready. But no more. This is your season to say yes. Yes to love, yes to favor, yes to calling, yes to joy. That doesn't apologize for being loud. Because here's what I want you to understand. The blessing I'm bringing into your life is going to feel like home. It won't confuse you. It won't compete with your peace. It won't require you to abandon yourself. It'll align, it'll affirm. It'll feel like everything finally clicks. And when it comes, when it lands in your lap, you'll know. This is what I've been praying for. This is the door that fits the key I've been holding. This is the opportunity that matches the fire in my heart. This is the relationship that honors the healing I've walked through. It's going to make sense. It's going to flow. It's going to feel right because I wrote it for you. Yes. You. Not the more qualified version of you. Not the version that has it all figured out. You. Right here. Right now. With your tender heart and your trembling faith So stop disqualifying yourself. Stop editing your story to make it more palatable. Stop dimming your light because others haven't adjusted their eyes. Shine, child. Shine like someone who knows they're seen. Shine like someone who's been through fire but still came out glowing. Shine like someone who has nothing to prove but everything to offer. Because you do, and the world needs it. So, what's the light you're ready to shine into this world? Is it your voice? Your story, your gift? Tell me in the comments. I want to hear it from you. You've carried enough doubt. You've carried enough fear. Now it's time to carry faith. We're almost there. The page is turning, and the next chapter is bursting with beauty. Let's keep moving. Come a little closer. Yeah, just like that. I want to whisper something to you. You're not waiting on the blessing anymore. The blessing is already moving toward you. You've done the hard part. You've sown the seeds in tears. You've watered them in worship. You've protected them in prayer. Now it's harvest time. And harvest doesn't mean more striving. It means receiving. That's why I've been preparing your heart. That's why I've been pruning the things you thought you needed. That's why some people couldn't stay. Why some doors had to close. Why some answers had to be no. I wasn't punishing you. I was positioning you. Because what I'm bringing into your life isn't temporary. It's not fragile. It's not here today and gone tomorrow. It's established. It's stable. It's sacred. And you needed to be ready to carry that. I couldn't give you something permanent while you were still holding on to things that were meant to be seasonal. You understand that now, don't you? You're seeing why certain things had to fall apart. Why that plan didn't work. Why I didn't let you settle for less than what I whispered to your spirit. It's all coming together. That ache you carried, it wasn't wasted. It turned into oil. It turned into wisdom. It turned into compassion. You couldn't have learned any other way. That's the kind of vessel I can pour more into. One that's not full of ego, but full of humility. One that doesn't need the spotlight, just needs my presence. One that's surrendered, even when surrender hurts. That's you. You're ready now. Can you feel it? That stirring in your chest. That quiet peace. That unshakable knowing that something is shifting. That's me, confirming what I already told you. Yes, I'm still doing it. Yes, I'm still on time. Yes, I'm still writing your story. And no chapter will be wasted. Not even the ones filled with pain. You see, I don't erase brokenness. I redeem it. I turn it into testimony, into power, into beauty. That's what's happening in you right now. So let's pause here for a second. What's one chapter of your story that you once wanted to forget, but now see as part of your becoming? Go ahead. Drop it in the comments. Let's turn shame into testimony. Because when you share from your scars, you give someone else permission to believe they can heal too. You're not just being blessed for you. You're being blessed for them. For the people who are watching you. The ones who don't even know they need what you carry yet. The ones who will find hope just by seeing you walk fully in your light. You see, child, this is bigger than you. Your breakthrough is going to break chains for others. Your freedom is going to make room for someone else's healing. Your yes is going to shake atmospheres. You're not small. You're significant. And I'm trusting you with this next season, not because you're perfect, but because you're willing, and that's all I've ever needed from you. Willingness. Willing to believe. Willing to trust. Willing to try again, even when it hurt the last time. You've been doing that. And now I'm stepping in. I'm stepping into your finances. I'm stepping into your relationships. I'm stepping into your health, your home, your mind, your heart. Every area that's felt stuck. Get ready, because I'm about to breathe fresh life into the dry places, just like I did in the valley of dry bones. Just like I did at the tomb. Just like I did when everything looked over. But I wasn't done yet. And I'm not done with you. In fact, I'm just getting started. So, let me ask you, where do you need my breath the most right now? Where do you need revival? Drop it in the comments, and don't hold back. I'm listening. I'm here. I'm moving, and while I'm asking, if this message is speaking to you right now, go ahead and like this video. Let's mark this moment together. Let's keep this truth close to your heart, because something is unlocking in you. You're not who you were at the beginning of this journey. You're stronger now. You're clearer now. You're more connected to me now. And you know what? That connection is the real blessing. Everything else, every answered prayer, every open door, every provision, that's just fruit. But this intimacy between us, that's the root. That's what's been holding you up. That's what's been feeding your spirit. That's what's been quietly transforming you from the inside out. You've been learning to walk with me, not just run to me when life falls apart. And I love that. I love how you talk to me now. How you lean on me, how you seek my heart. Not just my hand. You're learning to trust me with everything. Not just the parts you understand. That's maturity. That's faith. That's what prepares you for the kind of blessing that lasts. So don't be surprised when the doors begin to open fast. Don't be shocked when the emails come. The invitations arrive. The answers flood in. This is the momentum I've been building for you behind the scenes, and now it's time. But before you rush into receiving, let me ask, what's one thing you want to take with you into this next season? Maybe it's peace. Maybe it's discipline. Maybe it's the habit of praying first instead of panicking. Think about it. Then tell me in the comments. Because this next level isn't just about what you're gaining, it's about what you're bringing. You've been equipped. The strength you built in secret is about to serve you in public. The clarity you gained in the dark is about to guide you in the light. The healing you fought for is about to protect your promise. You're ready. More ready than you feel. So stop stalling. Stop playing small. Stop treating your calling like it's optional. You're called. You're chosen. You're covered. And no weapon formed against you is going to prosper. Not now, not ever. You know why? Because you've got my favor. And when my favor is on your life, nothing can block what I've ordained. So walk like it. Speak like it. Dream like it. This is not the time to hold back. This is the time to step forward. Boldly. Fully. With open hands and a surrendered heart. And child, I'm right here with you. What's one dream you're ready to dust off and believe in again? Write it in the comments. Let's speak life over it together. Because I'm not just giving you the dream. I'm giving you the grace to carry it. Let's keep going. Still with me? Good. Because we're going even deeper now. Deeper into trust. Deeper into truth. Deeper into everything I've been preparing you for. You see, when I said, you're about to receive what you prayed for, I didn't just mean you'd see the answer. I meant you'd finally be ready to hold it and not let it go. Because this time, the blessing won't slip through your fingers. This time, you won't sabotage it. This time, you won't run from it out of fear that you're not enough. You are. You've always been enough in my eyes, even when you doubted yourself, even when you questioned your worth, even when you couldn't see what I saw in you. But I saw it. I saw strength when you only felt weakness. I saw potential when you felt stuck. I saw purpose when you were buried in pain. And now, I see readiness. You're not perfect, but you're prepared. Prepared by the nights you stayed up wondering if it was ever going to happen. Prepared by the mornings you chose faith even when nothing looked different. Prepared by the moments you kept showing up when quitting would have been easier. So let me tell you this right now. Nothing you've walked through has been wasted. Not a single tear. Not a single disappointment. Not a single detour. Every no was leading you toward a better yes. Every delay was loading you with wisdom you'd need later. Every door that closed was redirecting you toward the one that's about to swing wide open. And when it opens, oh child, it's going to blow your mind, because it's not just going to be what you prayed for. It's going to be more joy, more peace, more clarity, more alignment than you dared to imagine. That's how I work. I don't do bare minimum blessings. I do overflow. So let me ask you right now, are you ready for overflow? Not just enough to survive, but more than enough to thrive. Tell me in the comments, what would overflow look like in your life right now? More love, more provision, more rest, more confidence. Whatever it is, speak it out. I'm listening. And heaven is already responding. Now listen closely, because I want to teach you something important here. Receiving isn't just about opening your hands. It's about opening your mind. Because if your mindset is still stuck in fear, you'll reject what I send. You'll call it too good to be true. You'll convince yourself you're not ready. You'll back out right when it's time to step in, and that's why I've been renewing your thinking. Quietly, patiently, consistently. I've been helping you unlearn lies and remember truth. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're not forgotten. You're becoming. You're healing. You're right on schedule. That shift in mindset, that's part of the blessing too. You prayed for change, didn't you? You asked me to make you bold, to make you free, to make you whole. Well, here it is. Not just change around you, but change within you. You're not reacting like you used to. You're not panicking at the first sign of pressure. You're not settling for crumbs when you know I've prepared a table for you. You're starting to believe it now, that you're worthy of love without pain, that you can succeed without losing your soul, that you can rest without guilt. Let's take a second. I want you to reflect. What's one belief you've let go of recently that kept you small? Drop it in the comments. Let's give heaven a reason to shout. Because when your mind shifts, everything shifts. And I want you to get this next part deep in your spirit. This is your confirmation. That thing you've been asking me for. That quiet reassurance you've been searching for. That sign that says, keep going. It's closer than you think. This is it. I see you. I hear you. And yes, this is still the path I have for you. You haven't missed it. You haven't messed it up beyond repair. You haven't fallen too far for me to reach. You're right where you need to be, even if it's uncomfortable. Even if it's unfamiliar. Even if it doesn't make sense yet. Just because you can't see the full picture doesn't mean I'm not painting something beautiful. You've trusted me this far. Can you trust me just a little further? Lean in, child. I'm still writing your story. And the next pages? They're full of answers. Some will come quickly. Some will come gently. Some will come in unexpected ways. But all of them will carry my fingerprint. So don't try to control how I move. Just stay open. Stay surrendered. Stay anchored in the truth that I'm good, even when life feels wild. Let me ask you something that might surprise you. What if the delay wasn't denial, but protection? What if I kept you hidden for a reason? What if I slowed things down to save you from something that would have harmed you? I know what you couldn't see. I heard the conversations you weren't in. I saw the traps you didn't know were ahead. And I covered you. So if you ever wondered, why didn't it happen when I asked? Here's your answer. Because my timing is always love, not always easy, not always fast, but always love. And now, because you've trusted me, it's time. Time to lift your eyes again. Time to open your heart again. Time to make space for what's coming. So pause right here. Take a breath with me. Close your eyes if you need to. And just say, I'm ready. Say it out loud. Or write it in the comments. Or whisper it from the depths of your soul. I'm ready. Because your words carry power. Your agreement activates my movement. Your surrender invites the supernatural. And child, I've got so much to give you. Not just stuff. Not just status. But depth. Peace. Purpose. Healing. Real things, eternal things. Transforming things. You prayed for more of me. And that's exactly what you're getting. But I'll give you the desires of your heart too. Because I placed them there. Not every desire is divine. But the ones that bring you closer to me, the ones that align with your purpose, those are sacred, and I'm not holding them back. I'm handing them to you one by one, some suddenly, some slowly, but all surely. So stay expectant. Stay awake. Stay in position to receive, not just hope vaguely, but believe boldly. One last question for today. What's something you've been believing me for, but afraid to say out loud? Go ahead. Write it in the comments. I won't judge you. I won't shame you. I want to meet you there. Because when you bring it into the light, I can breathe on it. And when I breathe on it, things change. This is your moment. This is your turn. This is your time. Let's move forward together. Hey, you still here with me? Good. Because this part, it's important. I want to talk to you about how I respond. Not just to your prayers, but to your position. See, You can pray all day long, but if your posture doesn't line up with what you're asking for, you'll miss what I'm trying to give you. That's why I've been gently shifting you, changing the way you think, changing how you respond, helping you step out of fear and into faith. Because faith isn't just what you say, it's how you stand. You can't pray for rain and then walk outside with no umbrella. You can't ask for harvest and then act like no seeds were ever sown. Faith gets ready. It expects, it prepares. It clears space. So let me ask you, have you made room? Have you created space in your life, your heart, your schedule, your mindset, for what you've been asking me for? If not, that's okay. But let's change that now, because what's coming isn't just a little blessing, it's a shift. And shifts need space. If you're asking me for a new chapter, you've got to be willing to close the old one. If you're asking me to send the right people, you've got to let go of the ones who keep pulling you backward. If you're asking for peace, you've got to release the habits and patterns that keep stirring up chaos. You can't take everything with you into this next season, child. I know it's hard to let go. I know you've grown attached, even to things that don't serve you anymore. But hear me. You're not losing. You're making room. I'm not trying to take from you, I'm trying to add to you. But I can only pour into empty hands. So be honest with me. What do you know deep down it's time to release? Take a breath. Be real. Then go ahead and write it in the comments. I'm right here. And I promise, when you release it, I'll replace it with something better. Always, because I'm a god of exchange. I trade beauty for ashes, joy for mourning, praise for heaviness. I won't leave you empty. I'll fill you with something you didn't even know you needed. But it starts with surrender. Let me into that place. The one that feels a little too messy to talk about. The one you keep tucked away because you're afraid it disqualifies you. Let me in, child. That room in your heart. I already see it. And guess what? I love you there too. I'm not afraid of your doubts, your past, your questions. In fact, I want to sit with you in it, not just when you're okay, but especially when you're not. You've never had to clean yourself up for me. You just had to come. So come close now. Let me hold what's been too heavy for you. Let me carry what was never yours to carry alone. You've been trying to do it all, haven't you? Trying to be strong, trying to figure it out, trying to hold it all together while waiting for something to break through. But you don't have to do that anymore. That's not your role. That's mine. I'm your provider, your defender, your restorer. You don't have to perform for me. You don't have to prove yourself. I loved you first. Before you achieved anything, before you got it right. Before you even knew how to talk to me, and I still love you now. So take off the pressure. Take off the perfectionism. Take off the guilt. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're not forgotten. You're becoming. And even now, you're right on track. Let's pause here together. Just breathe. Can you feel that? That little warmth rising in your chest? That sense of calm starting to push out the anxiety? That's me. That's my spirit resting on you. I'm reminding your nervous system that it's safe. I'm whispering to your soul, you're covered. I'm wrapping peace around you like a blanket, because you've been running on empty for too long. And I need you to hear this. You don't have to hustle for what I've already planned for you. Rest is not laziness. It's trust. It's worship. It's warfare. It's powerful. So take it. Right now. Take the rest I'm offering. Take the quiet confidence that I'm working even when you don't see it. Because, I am working. Behind the scenes. Beyond your vision. Beneath the surface. Doors are being prepared. People are being aligned. Opportunities are being molded to fit your exact assignment. And when the time is right, it will all unfold so smoothly, so naturally. You'll know it had to be me. No striving. No forcing. Just me. Moving. You've tried to open doors in your own strength before, haven't you? And you saw how exhausting it was. How unstable it felt. How short-lived the results were, but this time is different. Because this time, it's my door. And when I open it, no one can shut it. Not fear, not insecurity, not people who don't believe in you, not even you. Because I'm not just opening the door, I'm walking you through it. I'll give you the confidence. I'll give you the words. I'll give you the strength. You don't need to bring it all. You just need to bring your yes. So go ahead. Say yes. Say yes to the healing. Say yes to the peace. Say yes to the new level of intimacy with me. Drop it in the comments right now. Yes, Lord. I'm ready. Let that be your declaration. Let that be your agreement. Let that be the moment heaven marks in your story. Because you've come too far to stop here. You've grown too much to shrink back. You've survived too much to settle now. You've prayed too hard to live small. So no more apologizing for your anointing. No more playing down your dreams. No more delaying what I'm ready to release. This is your moment. I know it still feels a little shaky. That's okay. You can hold my hand while you walk. I never asked you to have it all figured out. I just asked you to trust me, to believe that I'm with you, that I go before you, that nothing about your life is random or wasted. You are not a mistake. You are not an afterthought. You are not an inconvenience. You are mine, and that means your story is secure. So let me wrap this part up with one more question for you. What's one thing you're going to stop carrying now that you know I've got you? Let it go in the comments. Let's leave it here together. And don't pick it back up. Because freedom isn't just a feeling. It's a choice. You've been set free. Now walk in it. Walk light. Walk bold. Walk blessed. Because, child, you're about to receive what you prayed for. And more. Now keep going with me. Here we are. The final part of this journey together. But before we even begin, I want you to breathe this in. You're already walking in it. What you prayed for, what you've waited for, what you almost gave up on. You're in it now. You may not have seen the full picture yet, but the blessing is already unfolding under your feet. You didn't miss it. You didn't mess it up. You didn't take too long. You're right on time. Right where I placed you. Now let's talk about something powerful. How do you actually live in the blessing? Not just pray for it. Not just receive it. But live in it. Day by day. With confidence, with joy, with purpose. Here's what I want you to know, child. Living in what you prayed for is a beautiful responsibility. It's not a burden. It's not pressure. It's not about performance. It's about partnership. You and me doing this together. You're not working to keep the blessing alive. I am. You're not striving to deserve it every day. I already called you worthy. And you're not walking alone through it. I'm walking with you. This life, this favor, this opportunity, it's not meant to make you anxious. It's meant to make you aware. Aware of my hand. Aware of my voice. Aware of my grace covering you step by step. So here's your permission to settle into the blessing. Let it feel normal. Let it feel natural. Because it's where you belong. You don't have to brace yourself anymore like it's going to disappear. You don't have to constantly look over your shoulder waiting for the other shoe to drop. This isn't temporary. I'm not in the business of teasing your heart. When I give with intention. And my blessing doesn't come with strings. It comes with peace. So ask yourself honestly, can you let yourself be happy now? Can you let yourself enjoy the thing you asked me for? Can you finally breathe? Pause for a moment. Let your shoulders drop. Close your eyes if you need to. You're safe here. You're held here. And listen, I know life still has its tough days. The blessing doesn't erase every hardship, but it does equip you for it. You now face battles from a place of strength, not survival, from identity, not insecurity, from clarity, not confusion. This is what it means to live in the blessing. Peace in the chaos, joy in the waiting, confidence in the calling. And here's something most people miss. Gratitude keeps you grounded. So stay grateful, not fearful. Stay expectant, not anxious. Stay humble, not hesitant. Celebrate even the small things, because every little thing is proof that I'm still moving, that I'm still for you, that I'm still near. Go ahead and drop one thing you're grateful for in the comments right now. Just one. Let's mark this moment with thanksgiving. Right. God, I'm thankful for thy. Let your heart keep remembering that every good and perfect gift comes from me. Now, child, let's talk legacy. Because the blessing on your life, it's not just about you. It's about what I'll do through you. The people who will be touched because you said yes. The generations that will shift because you chose obedience. The rooms that will change because you carry my spirit with you. You are a carrier of something divine. And living in the blessing means you become the blessing. Not just receiving peace, but releasing it. Not just receiving provision, but sharing it. Not just receiving love, but being a safe place for others. This is how my kingdom works. Overflow. You prayed for just enough, and I'm giving you more than enough. Not for pride, but for purpose. You will bless others by just being yourself, fully rooted in me. You'll bless them with your joy, with your words, with your creativity, with your generosity, with your story. And don't worry, I'll keep refilling you. You'll never run dry when you live connected to me. You'll never burn out when you follow my pace. You'll never fall apart when your foundation is my voice. That's how you stay strong in the blessing, by staying close to me. Let that be your daily rhythm. Wake up and whisper, God, what are we doing today? Walk through your day asking, God, where are you leading me? End your night saying, God, thank you for today. I trust you for tomorrow. That's living in the flow, not forced, not heavy, just aligned. You don't have to constantly perform. You don't have to live on edge. You just have to stay connected, like a branch to the vine. That's how the fruit keeps growing. Not from striving, but from staying. You've got the blessing. Now let's build with it. Let's build peace in your home. Let's build purpose in your work. Let's build depth in your friendships. Let's build health in your body. Let's build joy in your atmosphere. And hey, don't be afraid to dream again. Now that you've seen what I can do with one prayer, imagine what I'll do with the next one. You're not done dreaming just because this prayer got answered. In fact, this is only the beginning. The blessing doesn't mean the end of the journey. It means the start of something new. A new level of trust. A new layer of intimacy. A new flow of creativity, provision, vision, and healing. So dream boldly. Ask me for what's on your heart. I love when you talk to me like that. Even if it feels too big, ask anyway. What would you ask me for if you knew I would say yes? Go ahead. Drop it in the comments. Tell me your bold prayer. I'm listening. You've seen what I can do. Now watch what I do next.